Okay, so we're back with Paul. So, I wanted to go ahead and talk about what you were telling me before, your last abduction, which is
Well, the last one I really remember.
because you've had several abductions that you don't have a clear memory of what happened.
No, but this one I have a much clearer memory, actually.
All right, so tell us what happened during this abduction. First of all, when did it happen?
It was about 18, 19 months ago. The fall of 2016 or so, I think.
Uh-huh.
Maybe more like 20 months ago now that I'm thinking about it. Anyway. It was in the afternoon. And of all things, I went to take a nap. And if you really do your own research on this type of stuff, you will find that there are daytime abductions.
Yes, I've
The
talked to
abduction phenomenon is not concealed to nighttime, or is it not exclusive? I should say
they can
to
come and
nighttime.
get you whenever they feel.
Yeah. Oh, they just whenever they want you, they can come get you.
Right.
So, my memory goes like this. I woke up on a ship, and I was in a chair. Like a metal chair, and I was being thrown against a wall.
Thrown against a wall by who? Or
A
what?
gray.
Like he physically put his hands on you? He was mentally moving you.
He was moving me and throwing me against a wall, and he was not happy with me.
Okay, so let's back up a little bit. So you took a nap. Do you think this might have been a dream?
Now,
So you took a nap and whatever. So next thing you know,
it didn't feel like a dream.
so you were in the chair like you're in this chair?
Yeah. But,
So this isn't a dream because we're here, we're talking.
right. This chair was metal. It was big, kind of like this one. Not nearly as comfortable, obviously. I was kind of like forced in the chair. Like held down.
But no restraints.
No restraints, but he was holding me down. Mentally. And the best way I could put it is he was using his mind to move me around like telekinetically. Like in the chair, throwing me against the wall. And it friggin' hurt.
And so you can remember the pain now as you're telling me.
Yeah, and it was scary as hell. This was one of the more taller gray. And he flashed teeth at me kind of angrily.
What did his teeth look like?
Razor sharp. Thin like needles, but sharp like knives. Like if he would have bit, he could have taken chunks out of me.
So when he's throwing you around, what's going on at this point?
He was quite angry with me. He was obviously a scientist, to be honest with you.
What gives you the opinion that he was a scientist?
Because he told me why he was angry.
Well, why was he angry at you?
Well, he showed me. He got me out of the chair and he took me in a room where I saw dead hybrids.
Okay.
They were using my blood to try to create hybrids. And I think greatly because of my diabetes. And back then it was much more out of control. Because my diabetes wasn't quite as controlled.
Mm-hmm.
The hybrids would be grown and then died. They turned brown.
So you're on the ship and this scientist, a taller gray, which was he as tall as you?
Maybe even taller.
Was he like an imposing figure? In your
Yeah,
opinion?
he was pretty. I mean, he wasn't built and muscular, but he was tall and
Was he wearing clothes?
He was wearing a jumpsuit. That's the best way I can put it. The traditional gray jumpsuit that you would see, like in the videos.
Yeah. So when he's throwing you around, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Come here," or is he just like leading you and you kind of have no control over?
Yeah, I didn't have control over what he showed me my quote-unquote dead children, I guess is the best way to put it.
And did you ask him why they died?
No, he kind of told me why.
Because
my blood was bad for the cloning process.
You would think that them having such a vastly superior technology to us that they would be able to cure you.
Yeah, but here's the thing, right? Stem cell research is the most advanced research we have for medical. Curing people.
Right.
And the research has stated they cannot cure diabetes. It's diabetes just, I guess, it attacks just the whole genetic code in the blood.
So even they couldn't cure diabetes?
I guess not.
So after he's showing you this in the room, what happens next?
I guess he was hoping I would have an emotional connection to them.
Did they look human?
No, not at all.
They looked more gray than anything?
Yeah. They look much more gray. The skin was two-toned. Like, some of it was like this poisoned, like brown, and some of it was your traditional gray.
So after he, threw you around, were you thinking that, what was your thought next when you're looking at this? He's just like kind of threw you around.
I thought he was going to kill me.
Did you not have a sense to fight? Or were you just, were you thinking, I'm going to die, I'm not?
Sure, you want to fight back, but if you held down, it's like almost being a rape victim. If you're held down during by a bunch of guys, what are you going to do?
Okay, so that's pretty much the overwhelming.
Yeah, I was just held down. But would we accept having a bunch of them hold me down? He used his mind.
Was there any other aliens around in the ship when you were?
No, I had the pleasure of just his company.
So after he showed you the hybrids, what happened next?
I had no emotional connection to them. None. It wasn't like I was like, oh my god, little Stevie died. It was like, okay, another a dead gray, thank God, type of thing. I was actually more relieved that they were dead, believe it or not.
So you're not a fan of the gray?
No. There's a case, I think I mentioned this in one of your other videos. I watch a channel called Strange But True.
Right.
Good channel. There's a story by a woman named Laura who was born in the 40s. She really hits it on the button about the gray. That they're really just here and they have contact with us for their agenda.
Which is, in your opinion, what?
To control us, to keep us in chaos.
But why would such an advanced civilization care what happens on this planet?
Well, I think they're part of the cloning program is to jumpstart their own race. I do believe that they are stagnant. I've never seen sex genitalia or any type of sex indication among the gray.
How do they breed?
Supposedly it's by cloning.
So they're unable to...
Supposedly.
So they clone each other.
Yeah. And do you remember the old videotapes? VCRs?
Yeah.
Did you ever have two VCRs and you copied something to another?
Yeah, correct, yeah.
There's something lost with every generation.
Yeah, because, when you... Yeah.
I believe the cloning procedure has that. And we've had problems with cloning. Like, you know how you can get a pet cloned for X amount of money?
Yes.
Well, the people who have had pets cloned, the pet is never the same. Some of the pets have even looked different. Their behavior has been different.
Yeah, because it's not that pet.
Right. So, it's the same thing, I believe, with the gray. Just because their technology is more advanced doesn't mean it's perfect. Like, if you look at the UFO crashes, crashes could be happening for a multitude of reasons. One, maybe the magnetic fields of the Earth at certain points screw up their guidance systems. Two, maybe we get lucky and shoot some of them down. Three, mechanical failure. That's a popular one with us. Just because airplanes today might be the safest way to travel doesn't mean occasionally we don't have mechanical failure. We've had mechanical failure in our space programs. Apollo 13, the Challenger shuttle. Doesn't mean they don't either.
Right.
Just because the technology's advanced doesn't mean there's a break into the case.
So what happens after they showed you the hybrid and you had no...
I returned home.
Did you wake up all of a sudden or you just woke up? Or where were you when what do you mean you just returned home?
I woke up kind of suddenly, abruptly, and I looked at the clock and it was 5:30. And I laid down at about 2:30. And my wife got home shortly after, and I said, I think I'm missing time. And up to then, my wife was kind of like on the fence whether she believed me or not. So, like, my sleep apnea machine has this SIM card in it that records